This is Soumya from Finance and Commerce. Welcome to my channel and please subscribe. Hi all, welcome you all to the Financial Management lecture series. Now we are discussing about the operating cycle concept of working capital. According to this concept, working capital can be estimated based on operating cycle of the business. What do you mean by operating cycle? Operating cycle is actually the time period between the procurement of inventories and its distribution. For a trading concern, an operating cycle includes three events. First one is cash into inventories. Then second one is inventories into account receivable, and final one is accounts receivable to cash. These are the three events in an operating cycle of a trading concern. Operating cycle can be of two types: gross operating cycle and net operating cycle. First one is gross operating cycle. This gross operating cycle consists of two periods. First one is inventory holding period and second one is receivables collection period. These are the two periods of gross operating cycle. And the second one is net operating cycle. Net operating cycle is the difference between total of inventory holding period and receivables collection period and payables deferral period. Net operating cycle means payments deferral period is deducted from the total of inventory holding period and receivables collection period. So net operating cycle is equal to gross operating cycle minus payments deferral period or payments or payables deferral period. This is the formula for calculating net operating cycle, payments or payables. More conveniently, payables. So, gross operating cycle means inventory holding period and receivables collection period. Net operating cycle is equal to gross operating cycle minus payables deferral period. First period is inventory holding period. In a business, inventories are of three types: raw materials, work in progress and finished goods. So, inventory holding period includes raw material holding period, work in progress processing period and finished goods holding period. So, the formula for calculating inventory holding periods is number of days or months. Number of days or months in an year divided by inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio. This is the formula for calculating inventory holding period. What is inventory turnover ratio? Inventory turnover ratio is the speed of the conversion of inventory into sales. Turnover means sales. So, it is the speed of the conversion of inventory into sales. How to compute inventory turnover ratio? Inventory turnover ratio can be calculated as cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. This is the formula for calculating inventory turnover ratio. And here the average inventory means opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2. That is a simple average. And here cost of goods sold is considered. But in case of raw material, we cannot consider cost of goods sold because sales cannot be considered. So, in such cases, cost of raw material consumption or cost of production is considered in case of raw material holding period. Okay. Then, in case of work in progress, There also we cannot consider cost of goods sold. So in such case, cost of production is considered. No doubt, in case of finished goods, we can consider cost of goods sold. So this is the formula for calculating inventory turnover ratio and inventory holding period. So inventory holding period, we can substitute this figures into inventory holding period formula. Number of days or months in an year. So it is 365 or 12. 12 months, 365 or 12 divided by inventory turnover ratio. So divided by cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. Okay. We can use the reciprocal. So 365 or 12 into average inventory divided by cost of goods sold. This is the formula for calculating inventory holding period. In case of raw material holding period, instead of this cost of goods sold, cost of production or raw material consumption cost is taken. And in case of work in progress, cost of production is taken into consideration, and in case of finished goods, cost of goods sold. This formula is considered. So this is the formula for calculating inventory holding period. The next one is receivables collection period. It can be calculated like inventory holding period, number of days or months in an year divided by receivables turnover ratio. Receivables turnover ratio here means the speed with which the dues of the business are collected. Dues means receivables. Receivables turnover ratio can be calculated by dividing credit sales by average receivables. Credit sales is considered because cash sales cannot be considered, because receivables, these are the debtors of the business. So only credit sales needed to be considered. Average receivables, and receivables here includes debtors and also the bills receivable. These are the two major receivables of a business. And receivables collection period can be calculated number of days or months in an year. So into average receivables divided by credit sales. This is the formula for calculating receivables collection period. And receivables include debtors and bills receivables. The next one is payables deferral period. Payables deferral period can be calculated by dividing number of days or months in an year divided by payables turnover ratio. What is payables turnover ratio? Payables turnover ratio is the speed with which the business made their payments to creditors or payables. So payables turnover ratio can be calculated by credit purchases divided by average payables. And payables includes creditors and bills payable. So this is the formula for calculating payables turnover ratio. So payables deferral period is equal to number of days or months 365 or 12 into average payables divided by credit purchases. This is a formula for calculating payables deferral period. For calculating average payables, opening values of creditors and bills payables plus closing values of creditors and bills payables divided by 2 is a formula for calculating average payables. This is what is payables deferral period. This is an example. We have to calculate the operating cycle in days. So first, raw material holding period can be calculated. Raw material holding period in days. So 365 is considered. 365 into average raw materials, that is 55,178 divided by what? Raw material consumption cost, 6,50,000. And the second one is work in progress processing period. The second inventory is work in progress, and here 365 into average work in progress 43,150 divided by production cost, that is 7,50,000. And the last inventory is finished goods. So finished goods holding period is equal to 365 into average finished goods 65,178 divided by cost of goods sold 9,15,000. So raw material holding periods is 31 days, work in progress processing period is 21 days, and finished goods holding period is 26 days. So total inventory holding period. Inventory holding period is the sum total of raw material holding period, work in progress processing period, and finished goods holding period. 31 plus 21 plus 26. So 78 days. This is the inventory holding period. The next one is receivables collection period. Receivables collection period is equal to 365 into average receivables 1,23,562 divided by credit sales 11 lakh. Then payables deferral period. Payables deferral period can be calculated by 365 into average payables 60,274 divided by credit purchases 4 lakh. So receivables collection period is 41 days and payables deferral period is 55 days. So inventory holding period is 78 days, receivables collection period is 41 days, and payables deferral period is 55 days. So gross operating cycle is equal to inventory holding period plus receivables collection period. So 119 days is the gross operating cycle. And net operating cycle is equal to gross operating cycle minus payables deferral period. So 64 days is the net operating cycle or cash conversion cycle in days. So here the duration is 64 days. If it is depicted in months, 64 divided by 30, that is equal to 2.13 months. If the operating cycle is mentioned in months, it is 2.13, and in days 64 days. Let us discuss more about working capital in the upcoming videos. Thank you.
So, hope you like this video, and if you do, please subscribe and turn on notification by hitting that bell icon. Thanks a lot for watching. See you. Take care.